All right, welcome back to our current challenge mode, Northwestern US. We're putting in our viewing tower that we researched now. We lose a little bit of money or get bonus task time. This is probably... You know what? This is so irrelevant in both cases. I think we do actually just save the $18,000 and just triple the task time. This thing's pretty quick to build anyway. Like, it's very irrelevant. I've made some little adjustments here to the power grid, stretching it more through the center part than over this way. It's a little bit zigzaggy right now, but it works. We had to move it down here to fit this tower in. And then we had to move it down here so that we could clear out this section of the park a little bit more, and we can move then this restroom down here, I think, to cover this part of the park a little bit better, where we have some unhappy people looking for toilets. So we'll just stick this right about there. And that will give us 1% additional rating on our restrooms. Let's go ahead and heal these boys up. If they get in a fight when they're injured, it'd be pretty bad. That's usually, I think, when they die, is when they have a little bit of reduced health anyway. And they are here just destroying the Struthy herd.
Or dies. I feel like I've lost one of my own.
You're making me do this. You aren't letting me have feeders. You shit. This is all your fault, Dr. Wu. What are you talking about? Alright, ratings are great. We're just waiting on that Mahjong. We're doing our last dig now here. We're like 3% short on the genome with the existing fossils we have. So we'll get that out. That should probably... I imagine that's got to get us to 1.3 star or 1.5 stars if we release like 3 of them or something. Are you going for to eat that? Oh, he does go to eat that. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if they'd actually share kills. So we should let these sit for a little bit rather than removing them right away. In the first game, they'd spawn like disease or something if you did that. I don't know if that's a possibility here or not. Okay, looks like that's full genome, 2971, yes. And that will be you. And there's Mahjong, ready to go. Okay. Low health again. Might be one of the same Carnos already going low again. Well, they're pretty quick here on the draw, so they should be fine. I guess we'll go ahead and remove this. I don't know if you should leave these carcasses a little bit longer or not.
Commencing asset transit.
All right. That should be our Mahjongs. So, let's go ahead here and set this up. Random. Random. Now, my working theory is that at least these guys should cohabitate pretty well when they have good stuff to eat. Now, antisocial's a problem, probably. I imagine, like, they won't fight each other if they got these Struthies available. And if they do, we'll just have to, like, move them out or experiment. We have a lot of money. We need to figure out how this works. It's really important to have things cohabitated in this challenge mode. So this really just has to work. We might need to research to get rid of antisocial, which might be a big problem here. Do we have somebody else that can be genetics? Getting up to 8 genetics and 2 scientists would be good. We could give you a point. It's probably worth it. Because it is... 8 is kind of... Seems like it's been a magic number here. Because I think Carno was the same, wasn't it? Yeah, 8. Now we might need to increase the size of this pen too. So why don't we go ahead and get started on that. If the Mahjong has different environmental requirements, it's going to matter. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just add a layer out a bit like this. That is not straight. I saw that slide, you son of a bitch. low health again. These Carnos seem like they might be taking a lot of damage from pneumonia, more than I was expecting. Not sure. Either that or we're just cycling through all three of them, maybe. Might be that they have like low health recovery or something. Alright, well, that's done at least. Alright, we've got antisocial, aggressive. Yeesh. Population needs dominance chance to socialize. Ooh, a humble one, though. I don't think I want the antisocial ones. I'm not entirely sure. But population requirements could be a problem with keeping enough Struthies in there to keep them fed. Without having to, like, constantly stay on top of it. We'll definitely grab you. 6 treatment here needed for the egg. So we can't do it right now. We can synth a second batch. We'll have to use 3, but that's okay here. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe the second batch will be better than the first, and we can incubate the second batch to get the population established and hold the other one back. Although the humble one, if we release the humble one first, it should be alpha by default, which would be useful. Oh, that looks so cool. The Carno chasing the whole flock like that. Oh, wow. That was awesome. That was such a cool... It's too bad we were on fast forward mode. We didn't get a chance to watch that. But it was chasing, like, effectively 10 Struthies down that direction. I think we can remove all these since they all just fed.
Heading to pick up the asset.
And then we're going to want to get... probably another batch of Struthies here, too, right after we release the Mahjungs. Yeah, we're getting down to about 9 or so here. Definitely need a new set of Struthies. And let's check these real quick. Because we did put out some more carnivores. How are they have like no adventure on these damn things? I don't understand. They're carnivores, man. What is adventure guest? Well, we also have the attraction. How is there no adventure if we have the attraction? I don't understand that. We're at path capacity. We need big paths. I like big paths and I cannot lie. Adventure, Dinosaur Infamy, Tours, Lagoons, and Gyrospheres. Yes, but... double aggressive? Are you kidding me? Maybe we should push for the upgrade there. These Mahjungs are being bastards. We can't do it because we're not at 1.5. Okay. What was the other thing I was just saying I might want? Paths. We need paths. Wide path, for sure. You guys go do this. Let's synth some more Mahjungs. Try to get a pair, at least, of good Mahjungasaur eggs. It's only a $357,000 investment. That's not that bad at the end of the day. Kind of is, but whatever. 7, 4, 2, 1. Okay, 5 eggs this time. Antisocial, aggressive, aggressive, antisocial, antisocial, antisocial. Fuck! Do I just give up and use the antisocial ones? Shit. Yeah, antisocial, long-lived fit. Those are some decent Mahjong eggs right there. Let's go ahead. Grab these. Humble affects the whole territory of Alpha. So if we release just this Humble one in this first batch, it'll become the Alpha, and then we can release maybe the antisocial ones and it'll be fine. Because I really don't want to try and do another goddamn batch. The other thing we could do is we could actually research the social genes. I think we'll just release the antisocial ones and see if it's going to work. We'll get the one Majunga out, we'll check its environmental needs, we'll check its population requirement, and then we'll make the final call on the other ones. I think that's the way to play that. We're going to need a monorail soon, too. Because if we keep expanding down here, transfer rating is going to really become an issue. What we could do is we could try and put in a tour, then have a tour going through back here with a small carnivore enclosure. Maybe. It's a very vanilla game looking Mahjong, like from JWE1 looking.
We need men like George Lambert around.
Right, you like rocks. How do we do random? Control space. Let's get some random ass rocks.
If there's an issue we should be concerned about, he'll know.
It's dinosaurs like this, the Majungasaurus, that can really be a handful. It's short, stocky,
Go out.
and lives for the hunt. This is also one of the only dinosaurs we know of that will engage in cannibalistic behavior. Nothing like having your friends over for dinner.
Do you have... It looks like he doesn't have a population need. So we can... Okay, let's just let this one chill here for a hot second before we bring in any of the other ones. Make sure everything's going to work out. What are your stats? 8331. Base dominance of 131. $83.31 compared to a Carno. 83.31, 90.30. So the Carnos are stronger, slightly less defense. Hopefully that also influences things, that they don't fight because they're like evenly matched. Okay, we just need some rock. Fairly low rock requirement too here. You just should find them pretty reasonably quick. Let's make sure we get those Struthies coming while we're waiting on this. Cheaper synth. Still missing rock. If he keeps moving this way, he'll find more. He should get there. 97% perfect almost. One more rock. There's enough scattered in here. It'll work. It's just his initial territory after leaving the hatchery is just not what he needs, which is the problem. Alright, let's go ahead and clear these out, I guess. Alright. Well, we can do part 2 of the experiment here, which is putting out more Mahjongs. Yep, he's good. Let's get these Struthies out first. Might be able to do both. Antisocial, long-lived, fit. Antisocial, long-lived, fit. Antisocial, long-lived, fit. We'll do a red and a green. I don't think I want to do the third one. 3 Mahjong, 3 Carno. We'll see how that works out for us. Yeah, we're still having this issue here where this is not quite able to work itself out. 21? 20? It's just not worth it. Alright, this is a 7 release. Let's see if any of these guys clip out of the park. Handler injured. Lose money, publicity. Yeah, I've got to take this one. Unfortunately, a handler was injured by fucking Struthies. And no sabotage risk on this one, which is weird. Maybe, I guess the sabotage risk must not be connected strictly to publicity rating then. I always thought the two were linked, but it looks like we're probably just taking a financial hit here from the handler being hurt. Yeah. All right. Wide path. Let's replace all the paths in the park now. Or at least the main branches here. And of course, anything that goes to a hotel or the shops should be also replaced. I actually don't know if the hotels actually really matter with overcrowding, but it does for some of this other stuff, so why not? Okay, that looks like we've replaced everything. That might be the Mahjongs already over there too. Now making more than 500,000 per minute, tax will be deducted above this threshold. Okay. There's our rating. 1.5.
InGen, Isla Nublar, all me. Right ahead. And I kept it, huh? Now I find myself praising the work of others, like you. Still, keeps me in the game.
All right. We have access to Draco Rex now. I think it's probably worth doing. We also want to look at what our next target's going to be. We need 2 stars for aquatics. 2 stars for aviary. So we do need to get to 2 stars without those. Let's go ahead and research Draco Rex here. $70 versus $100. It's technically worth it. We'll do you. We could have done that at the same time, actually. That wouldn't have been that bad. Guest comfort. Monorail's available. Large hotels. Monorail's definitely something we want to do here soon. Why don't we do a small carnivore? Or maybe like a piscivore or something. I wonder if the piscivores would be chill enough that a tour would be problematic. I don't know if a tour would be problematic with large carnivores at all. I know like the explorers get attacked. Let's see. Let's look over here at our database, see what we need. So we need Acro. We need Karkar. Deinonychus. We can do Deinonychus. Indoraptor, Proceratosaurus, Suchomimus, Troodon. I think I'd rather do Troodon for fun. We already have Troodon unlocked. We have Deinonychus unlocked. Troodon's a higher tier one here. Okay, why don't we dig up Troodon next? Okay. So Troodon, Dracorex are the next two targets. We could maybe...
Read this next objective, and I trust you'll want to complete it.
I don't know if hunts count for either of these. I think we'll just do popular.
The more we share our animals with the world, the more accepted they become. And by extension, the more our work enters the mainstream.
850 gas, 766 right now. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, are the Majungas good now that we... Okay, yeah, they're good. They're good with the expanded territory. Rocks are barely met, but it should be fine. Something is unhappy. Cohabitation limit on the Struths. I don't think we need to worry about that. It's only a 2% knock on cohabitation and they get eaten. I think it's fine. Stronger fences are something we should research. That would be good. Give us a little bit of a second to deal with the carnivores if they start hitting things. Yeah, okay, so 3 Majunks, 3 Carnos is all this can support without driving the Struthies too crazy. We could switch this over to Dracos and then put the Struthies in with the Troodons and let the Troodons eat the Struthies. Because the Dracorexes might fight back if they're dealing with the... the Troodons, because the Troodons are fairly small. Whereas I'm pretty sure the Struthies will never fight back. Let's just push straight to large. Can't do it right now. Then you're going to come back from the expedition. We can do it when the expedition's back. That'll work. So that's a minute. We'll leave these corpses here for a hot second, see if they go ahead and eat them. What's the total Struth population look like right now? Do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so Struthies. We should probably focus the Dracorexes and not the Troodons if we're going to swap Dracorex into this enclosure. Are you okay? Okay, you're just sleeping right by the fence. That's fine. As long as you're not stuck or attacking it, it's all good. They are content. The Carnos and Majunks are content when they're right next to each other, which is good. They're not panicking. Ooh, okay, we got some goodies here, it looks like. Let's make sure we process these fossils. Keep our income level up. We can hold this back. Yeah, I guess we send you... It means we can't do the research right now. But that's fine. We can do the research like when the welfare specialist is back from resting in 20 seconds. Welcome to Abelisaur Park. Just Carnos and Majongs all day. They are my favorite theropods, though, the Abelisaurs. Really interesting little critters. Fascinating body plans. Okay, research is ready to go. Next up is fossils and then recovery. Yeah, I wonder if there is a disease risk by leaving these here.
Asset collection request received.
We'll move the oldest ones.
Asset requiring collection.
We'll leave that one back there alone. Okay, there's the fossil extraction done. Which is just the synthesis person. Yeah, so I guess we just wait for the resting on the expeditions. Alright, let's switch over to Draco. Try and finish that up real quick, and then we can replace the Struthi with Dracos.
Transportation underway.
That's a whole lot of nothing. Tower is definitely the way to be. Peaceful. Except for, you know, all the constant carnage of the Struthiomymus overturning. The population turnover. Our research is done. Let's start to upgrade these fences piecemeal. Actually, do we keep pushing the research, maybe? 2.5 stars. Can't do it. Okay. Oops. Oh yeah, that's always a problem. Shit. Whoops. I forgot it worked that way. Everybody's gonna be really mad at me now. We'll go ahead and replace that little nub there because I'm liable to forget about it if I don't. And we'll replace this little bit here. Alright, we're going to wait till there's a storm to replace the rest of the fences because, oops, I fucked the safety rating to death. Pathing's good. Safety rating 62% here, yeah. Nobody died. Hopefully it recovers pretty quickly because nobody's dead. Yeah, it looks like they're chilled out now. It'll just take a quick second for them to get over it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, disease. Tuberculosis. Get on that. Mobile vet. Which reminds me, we do have another research thing we can do for disease. We can knock this out real quick. That way we just have it ready to go when we need it. It'll be done before this dig team comes back anyway. Well, now we're going to have to live with this awkwardly only partially replaced enclosure. Oh, we can do this if we close the gate. Okay, well, there's our storm anyway, so whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and... One's already in the Mahjong pen, so that's fine. So we're just going to queue up and replace these one at a time during the storm. That way we're not taking double hits on safety rating. Let's go ahead and get fossils extracting here. Oh, looks like we just get everything. Yeah, because we can't do another dig until we get the resting done. Well, actually, that may not be true. There may be a 3... Dilo for 3, Struthy, Serrato for 2? We could do Dilo. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, we got a damaged gate, but it's an internal gate. We've lost power. Okay. All right. Does that take care of the power issue? Yeah, it's that oh, and they're fighting during the storm. Okay, hopefully they don't kill each other. There's not too much I can do about it with the thing down. They're evenly matched, so hopefully that means nobody wins and they back off. All right, that'll be the last fence section we replace here, I think. Okay, oh, shit, they did kill the Carno. Damn. It's gonna give him infamy. Does not increase appeal though. Okay, so it looks like they're pretty stable until the storms hit. Which is unfortunate. If we go ahead and assign a ranger team to the post, I don't know if that will automatically do anything with fights. But it looks like we will have to try to break up fights.
Attention all personnel. The storm is starting to pass. Please resume your normal working activity.
During storms, which is going to add another layer of micro into that. That's a little unpleasant. All right, well, that's what we got to deal with. Is the comfort back now? Population 1. Oh, they killed 2 of them? Are you kidding me? Oh, I didn't even notice the second fight broke out during the storm. That's really bad. Well, what do we do about that? The next thing to do would be, we could try when a storm breaks out, we could try to sedate all of one of the 2 species and see if that takes care of the issue. We got enough money, we can experiment here with this. But it is really unfortunate that we had all of that issue. We're not going to open the park until the attack notifications drop off here. We're going to want to probably bring in some more Carnos then, too. That's going to be a pretty bad knock to the park appeal. Okay, park can open back up.
up the asset. Picking up asset.
Damn. We need to figure out what we can do about this. I am fairly determined to get the Carnos and Majungas to safely live together. And it's just about mitigating the loss to comfort in storms, I think. We can support 6 without driving the Struthiomimus too mad. We could do like 4 Majungs and 2 Carnos, or 4 Carnos and 2 Majungs. And then if we can make them not fight during storms by sedating one of the 2 species only, that might work. Anyway, we can get another batch going. Everybody's back from their respective tasks. I don't think there's any research we really want to do right now, so let's just go ahead and work on Draco Rex. I don't think it's worth, yeah, 85,000 I don't think is worth actually sending out the cheaper expedition. So we'll just do just the researcher here. Alright. Yeah, and I think we'll do a shortcut here. Okay, we had a slight tuberculosis crisis here that I had to deal with. Nothing too big. I just kind of wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was tuberculosis spreading throughout the park. For some reason, my mind was in common cold mode, and I was just kind of ignoring it. Okay, anyway, we got the Carnos ready to go. 5 eggs. Definitely not the aggressive. Docile, long-lived. Fit. Docile. I definitely want the docile ones. Them not attacking the Jeeps is nice. Fit would help them in a fight. I'm kind of surprised the Majungs actually won because the Carnos are stronger, but kind of random chance stuff, I guess. And I think we only want the 2. We could do 3 Carnos and then maybe get rid of a Majung. Yeah, you know what? Let's do 4. So we'll do 3 new Carnos here, and then we'll try to sedate the Majungs next time we have a storm. And see if the Carnos leave them alone if they're sedated. Or if the Majungs are the aggressors. For whatever reason. Because we do have antisocial Majungasaurs. That's right, I did put out the antisocial eggs. Maybe that's the problem. As soon as the comfort dips, maybe the antisocial genes encourage them to fight. I could see that being what happened there. We'll get you guys doing that. Expedition's back in a second. Majung 1. No, Majung 1 was chill. It's not the antisocial genes that cause this. Yeah, fit, long-lived, humble. Dominance is 144 now. Base is 131. I think it goes up from the kill. Yeah, 131 on this one. And a Carno is 120. So the Majungs do have more dominance, which is maybe why the Majung's the aggressor then? I wonder if we could... Oh, we don't have anything on the Carnos increasing dominance. I wonder if dominance is comparable between the 2 species, if that makes a difference too. It's too late now because the batch we just put out also doesn't have any modifications. We'll try the strategy of sedating the Majungas. If that doesn't work, we'll go from there. Publicity rating increase, lose the fossils, or we take a hit to publicity rating. It's just Draco. It's a cheap, quick dig. I don't think we care about losing it. We can just go right back, send the cheaper research person alone because it's cheap, and just get in batch that way. How many Struthies do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And why did we sedated this Carno, huh? I mean, that is because we do have the helicopter assigned. I kind of hoped it wouldn't sedate them when they're just hanging out in here, but apparently they will. Oh, they're fighting again. Why? Why are they fighting now? It's not even a storm. So the storm theory is wrong. Something's just driving them to fight. It's not like really bad on food. This one is antisocial. He just got splattered. Okay, well, now the Carnos are all dead. So if we're not going to put the Carnos back in, this is the time we could decide to not do that. Now, it is possible this Carno was the aggressor because it did have reduced comfort by being lonely. That's entirely possible. If reduced comfort is what triggers the fights. Which is why it triggered in a storm before and it triggered when this one was lonely. This Carno was the aggressor, maybe. I didn't pay close enough attention to the message to see if it actually listed one dino as attacking the other. I think it just said a fight has begun between A and B. It could be that whichever one is A or whichever one is B determines which one is the aggressor. Or is determined by which one is the aggressor in the fight. Alright, we're still going to release the other Carnotaurs into this pen. This challenge mode is going cleanly enough that I'm okay doing science in this run. So, if we hatch this new batch of 3 Carnotaurs, and they don't fight the Mahjongs, then it's because that Carnotaurus was lonely, probably. It also means doing a 4-2 split on Carnos versus Mahjongs might make sense as well, because the Carnos get lonely. And yeah, they're not going to be too happy until they move around. Unfortunately. If we can get them out of this pen, we could fix this fence section at least. That'd be great. We can actually do both sections, which will be nice. Don't you dare go back through that gate. Don't you dare go back through that gate. Okay, there we go. So, if we replace these now, we can do this back section safely. And then when this is done, we can do the interior section as well. And then one more storm will replace the rest of the perimeter here, probably. How are you unpowered? You might be over in terms of power. Yep, that is exactly what's happening. Not a backup generator, I want a regular generator. Can't squeeze it in there. Can't squeeze it in there. I guess we'll just put it right next to this medical facility. That'll work. Let's put it back a little bit. That way the car can kind of maneuver around it if it feels like it needs to. Oh shoot, I did still have that tranquilization going off there. Oops, that's fine. Alright, where are we at on the dig team stuff? Fossils came in. Not enough to be worth extracting unless it completes the genome. It does? Alright, well then let's go ahead and do it. You do that, and you go rest. And then we replace the interior fence, and then we get some Dracos to replace the Struthy herd in here. And then we can do a new enclosure for Struthys and Trodons. Which will need the new power thing, of course. The new generator.
Transporting asset.
But it will be online very shortly.
Asset requiring collection.
Okay. And then the Trodons will set up back here. We'll need a tour.
Confirmed.
Which might mean we want to move this hatchery away now. We'll do that, I think, after we release the Dracos. Also, we're at 45 minutes. We should call this an episode. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the Dracos into this pen. Maybe just let them eat the rest of the Struthys. We can wait till the Struthys are all dead and then release the Dracos. And then I think we'll move the hatchery down further. That way we can put in like a tour like right here. That can pass along this side of the hatchery and then into a Trodon enclosure, which will be back in here somewhere. Honestly, maybe we actually move the hatchery all the way down and around the corner here. Because then that gives us this all for more building space, for more attractions and whatnot. I don't think I want more than 2 pens in this bottom section of the park because of all the facilities that'll be here. So we put a Trodon enclosure in here. We also would need a tour then. We could just do a traditional enclosure without the tour. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Another option is we could try to build some weird enclosure around this hill and turn that into a tour. That might be a little awkward with squeezing monorails through here as well, if we're squeezing monorails, fences, and tour paths through. I think we'll just target a second enclosure here, and we'll save all this space for hotels and other facilities. And just for, like, expanding out, because we can expand this enclosure out if we expand back here. If we decide we need more room for Trodons, we can move it forward or something. Trodon. But for now, okay, this thing's already waking up right away. It looks like when the capture team is assigned, it doesn't sedate them for as long. There's a manual sedation, so that's actually okay that they do this. It's also another thing that will, like, kind of stop fights randomly, potentially. As long as it doesn't upset them, at least. Okay, well, why don't we call that an episode, I think. Yeah, we can worry about this stuff later and next time.